you to the 2023 benefits informational session. In the next 4 days, we will be launching the annual benefits enrollment. For those of you who are not familiar, annual benefits enrollment allows you to make changes to your current benefits and also recertify your tobacco-free credits. This is an important time because generally employees cannot make changes to most of your benefits throughout the year without having a bona fide reason. So without further ado, I would like to introduce to each of you Ms. Rachel Scheffler, who is the Benefits Director for Oklahoma State University. She is very knowledgeable about our benefits plans and details here at Langston. So please feel free and comfortable to ask questions to ensure that you are prepared to make the best decisions possible for you and your family for the 2023 calendar year. Rachel?
Thank you. Thank you for that nice introduction, Connie. And thank you to those on the call for engaging today. I appreciate the opportunity to share information regarding your benefits plan. And just as an FYI, I am recording this session and I will share a copy of that recording as well as the presentation with Connie for your information if you need to reference at a later date. So as Connie mentioned, my name is Rachel Schreffler. I'm the Director of Benefits housed at OSU Stillwater, and I work not only with the OSU campuses, but with the A&M campus. And I truly appreciate the opportunity to share this information with you. I will certainly leave time at the end of the presentation for questions. However, don't hesitate to go ahead and speak up and ask any questions you might have along the way. I'm happy to address those. I want to make sure that you have the information that will allow you the opportunity to elect the benefits that you intend to elect for 2023. So jumping right into our presentation, thought I'd start with an overview of our health plan, where we are, where it's projected to be in the near future, and how that impacts the plans that you'll be presented today to be able to elect for 2023. So in terms of health plan renewal for 2023, it was initially projected that we would see a 21% increase with an additional 10% increase for Langston University for 2023, and that equated to approximately a $74.5 million projected plan cost, as well as an additional cost from 2022 into 2023 of $13 million. Now, I know those numbers are scary, at some point alarming, if you will, but I want you to rest assured that that's not where your institution ended up, and I'm actually excited to share where you will be for 2023 in terms of plans and premiums. I want to give a thank you to your leadership at your institution, and certainly Connie as well, for having some critical conversation is what is going to be best for the faculty staff at your institution. How can they best support and mitigate the cost to the employee on our healthcare plans? So as opposed to the 31% increase, it was mitigated to a 10.33% increase, and you're going to find out in a couple of slides how that is actually going to positively impact you all, or maybe not have a negative impact in terms of employee premiums. And this is directly related to your commitment of your leadership at your institution. It was a new unique year where we didn't address premiums as a collective whole, meaning OSU as well as our important A&M campuses, but each campus had that opportunity to have those critical conversations and again see what would work best for their employee population. So one thing that is different with your institution, not only in terms of premium increase for the employee, but also there are no change in premium credits, and that was a decision.
Rachel, I'm going to interrupt for a second.
Oh, sure.
If everyone could please mute your devices. Thank you.
Thank you, Connie. Something that was again unique this year is that the decisions based in terms of premium costs as well as premium credits were specific to each institution, and I'm very proud to communicate that for your institution they were able to move forward with retaining both the biometric, or that's that catapult screening credit at $20 per month, as well as that tobacco-free affidavit credit at $20 per month. And again, that doesn't hold true for, true for all of our institutions. So I'm proud that they were able to continue that commitment to you all in offering those premium credits. In terms of looking at the health plan, we'll focus initially on the medical plan. The health plan design saw no changes in 2023 from 2022, and this is the Blue Options plan. The only change is the copay for MD Live. That has gone from a $44 charge to a $48 charge. I wanted to go ahead and share that in context with the Blue Options plan, because you will say that as a copay difference, but that does not apply to this plan. So there, you would not see that change in the Blue Options plan. All other plan design is similar. And as always, we want to direct participants to those in-network providers, because the deductible and the out-of-pocket maximums are less than the out-of-network deductible and out-of-pocket maximums. But you're seeing no changes in terms of plan design or the amounts from 2022 into 2023. For Blue Edge, or that's that high deductible health plan, the only change you will see in plan design is the deductible for the individual has increased from $2,800 to $3,000. The deductible for family, as well as the out-of-pocket maximums and the HSA employer contribution, there is no change in 2023. Again, it's just that in-network, out-of-network, individual deductible. And that wasn't an institution decision or a system decision. That was based on the type of plan that we offer as indicated by the IRS. So I wanted to point out that small change in that deductible. In terms of premiums and the premium.
Excuse me,
Yes?
Rachel, before you
Sure.
get too far away from that,
Okay.
is it possible that you can elaborate more or explain in more detail how the Blue Edge high deductible plan is coupled with the HSA and how that works?
Yes, absolutely. And we are going to talk about those contributions later on in the presentation. But essentially, if a participant enrolls in this Blue Edge high deductible health plan, the institution makes contributions throughout the year on your behalf. So those are employer contributions to a health savings account that will cover medical expenses. So that's $750, and if an individual is enrolled in the individual plan, and then $1,250 if enrolled in the family plan. And again, I will further discuss what the employee contributions can be to those health savings account. Are there additional questions on that, Connie, that I might clarify?
No, I think you'll pick them up later on in your other slides. Thank you.
Okay. If not, please ask that question so I can cover what needs to be. In terms of premiums, your premium structure, and I'm again very happy to report there is no change in employee premium. So the employee paid premiums will be the same as they were in 2022. It is just that total premium that is increasing. And again, that is fantastic that your institution is committed to be able to provide that type of premium structure. So for those whose annual salary is less than $45,000 per year, the employee only will stay at $75. The employee plus children will remain at $474.02. Your employee plus spouse will remain at $623.64. And the family plan will remain at $1,177.28. And that is for that Blue Options PPO plan. For the high deductible health plan, or that Blue Edge, for those whose annual salary is less than $45,000, employee only will remain at $75 per month. Employee plus children will remain at $457.10. Employee spouse will remain at $583.44. And that family coverage on the high deductible health plan will be $1,051.66. Then for those employees whose annual salary is greater than $45,000, for employee only on that Blue Options PPO plan will remain at $160. Employee plus children will remain at $559.02. The employee plus spouse will remain at $708.64. family plan will remain at $1,262.28. Then for the Blue Edge High Deductible Health Plan, for those whose annual salary is greater than $45,000, employee only will remain at $160. Employee plus children will remain at $542.10. Employee plus spouse will remain at $668.44. And then the family coverage will be $1,136.66. I will say that these premium amounts do not reflect premium credits. So the opportunity to earn $20 for the Catapult biometric screening credit, as well as $20 for that tobacco-free affidavit credit, is not included in the numbers you see reflected on the screen in front of you. I also want to briefly mention that for those who engaged in the Catapult screening at any date after July 1, 2022, that premium credit will remain active throughout the entire 2023 year. So if you got it August 1 or October 1, you do not have to redo it in 2023. It will remain effective throughout the entire 2023 year. So again, great news. No change to your employee paid premiums. That's great information. Great to know. In terms of some health management reminders we want to share with employees to help try to keep some money back in the pocket. One is Ovia Health, and this is a program through Blue Cross Blue Shield for those that are enrolled in that Blue Options PPO plan. It is a women and family health pregnancy support program that involves a program that is app-based, and it's available to any participant on the plan, whether it is an employee or a dependent that is pregnant or becomes pregnant. Engaging in this program, once it's completed, that participant will earn a $250 deductible credit by completing that program. So I want to make sure individuals are aware, again, to potentially put some money back in a pocket. We also will continue to support Livongo, and that includes both the Livongo for diabetes as well as the Livongo for hypertension. Just as a reminder, those are chronic disease management programs, which helps a participant better control either diabetes or hypertension as appropriate. We also will continue to offer the Benefits Value Advisor. Benefits Value Advisor, you probably heard referenced as the BVA. That's what we're talking about with the Benefits Value Advisor. The Benefits Value Advisor is a program that is designed to help us maximize our benefit plans and to become better consumer of our medical care. Benefits Value Advisor provides real-time cost and treatment estimates, assist with appointment scheduling, can help review claims and EOBs. One point I want to make about the Benefits Value Advisor, if a participant is prescribed a non-emergent, meaning it's not an emergency, MRI or CT scan, we encourage the participant to reach out to the Benefits Value Advisor. In doing so, a $100 fee that is associated with those procedures is waived. It does not mean that the individual has to choose a provider that the BVA lists, but it's about that process. And in some cases, they identify a lower cost provider, but we want to ensure that they have the opportunity to waive a fee by actually just reaching out to the BVA. We'll also continue to offer Wonder Health, a program in the fall, one in the spring, and one in the summer. Some of you are familiar with the program that we have been offering called Naturally Slim. Wonder Health is simply Naturally Slim reinvented. It has evolved from a weight management and weight loss program to a more holistic program. It still has that primary focus, but it also includes a more holistic approach and incorporating emotional well-being, incorporating physical activity, and other aspects of our life that might create a barrier to us managing or losing weight. It's a great program. We hear a lot of positive feedback in regards to Wonder Health. It's not a diet, so I want to be clear about that. Don't want that to be misunderstood. But it's a program that helps individuals consume the foods that they love, all while being able to manage or lose weight, depending on what that participant's goal is. Hinge Health, we will continue to support that as well. Hinge Health is that pain management program. It is a 12-week program that incorporates assisted technology as well as health coaching to help individuals better control their pain or better manage their pain, and hopefully to prevent or delay medical procedures. We have gotten a lot of great feedback in regards to Hinge Health as well. And it is focused on pain associated with neck, shoulder, back, hips, and knees. Now, one difference in Hinge Health than previously, it was typically a chronic pain management program. You are now eligible to enroll if a person is experiencing acute pain management issues as well. So not only chronic, but acute in nature. So that's very much a positive. And again, participants have seen success in engaging in the program. All of these programs are supported by our healthcare plan and are of no charge to participants, whether it is the employee or a dependent on the plan. In terms of other resources that are offered through our plan, one is Medify. Medify is basically a benefits navigation system. It's designed to centralize and integrate our benefit plans. It does house information regarding medical, dental, and vision. It's an app that has access to the elections that we've made. It has access and actually holds our medical cards right there in the palm of our hand. It's helping us move to a more digital world. I do get questions, what's the difference between Medify and what's the difference between the Benefits Value Advisor? There is some crossover in that they both have care guides, they both have chat support, they both have benefit information. However, Medify has medical, dental, and vision. The BVA only has Blue Cross Blue Shield medical information. In addition, again, to bring back up that fee being waived from the non-emergent MRI or CT scans, you would have to contact the BVA, not the Medify. So I just like to make sure and clarify so that participants are aware of the resources that they're navigating at the time that they need them. So we'll continue to support Medify. Then moving on to dental insurance. Our provider will remain with Delta Dental, and we will continue to offer the same 3 benefit plans, in being the low option, the high option, and the platinum option. Just to highlight a few items on the screen you see in front of you in terms of preventative and diagnostics, regardless of the option, the plan option, coverage is the same. To highlight a few differences, one is that calendar year annual maximum. For the low plan, it's $1,500 per person. For the high option, it's $2,000 per person. And for that platinum option, at the highest level, it's $3,000 per person. Also, a difference between the 3 plans is orthodontia and cover associated with orthodontia. It is not covered in that low plan. It's covered in that high plan at 50% up to $2,000 for children, and children is indicated up to age 26. And then that platinum option offers orthodontia again at 50% coverage to $3,000 per person, and there is no age limitation. So that is coverage throughout the lifespan. Additional benefits with that platinum option is, again, the orthodontia throughout the lifespan. Nitric oxide is covered, additional cleaning is covered, as well as teeth whitening. So those may be benefits that are appropriate for you or what you would intend to want to elect. We did see an increase in our premiums for for dental, and that was based on our plan experience. So we saw an increase in the low plan employee only to $40.72. Employee plus spouse, $80.66. Employee plus children, $92.64. And then that family plan premium is $143.26. Then on the high plan, with additional coverage as a slight increase in premium, the employee only $50.72, employee plus spouse $100.64, employee plus children $147.58, and then the family plan is $191. And the highest level of coverage under the platinum plan for the employee is $83.10. Employee plus spouse is $165.38. Employee plus children is $246.50. And then the family coverage is $319.58. So again, based on our plan performance and projections, we did see an increase in our Delta dental premiums. We will also continue to offer vision insurance, and we'll do so with the same provider we have in 2022, which is VSP, or Vision Service Provider. I realize there's a lot of information on this slide. Just to highlight a couple of points and clarifications. One, that the well vision exams are covered at the same level, regardless of whether a participant enrolled in the base plan or the buy-up plan, and these two plans are the same plans offered in our current year 2022. Also want to point out, in terms of benefit, the benefit per year is either as associated with glasses or with contact lenses. The plan covers one or the other in the same calendar year. So it does not cover both the glasses benefit as well as the contact lens benefit. Again, it's one of those per calendar year. I also wanted to highlight just briefly on the bottom right hand corner of your screen, just to make sure that it's clarified. When we're looking at the plan upgrades associated with the buy-up plan, the plan upgrades are a $70 frame allowance, a $50 contact lens allowance, covering premium progressives, or covering anti-glare coating, with an emphasis on an or as opposed to an and. It's one plan upgrade per calendar year. Again, wanted to make sure that we're very clear on what that benefit is, so that you can enroll in the plan that you intend to. So wanted to share that information with you. In terms of vision premiums, I won't read through these. These are the same as 2022. So we're happy to see that there is no increase in the vision premiums on all tiers for both basic and the buy-up plans. In terms of our flexible spending accounts and our health savings account, there are contribution changes, and this is based on IRS limits. With the health flexible spending account, the maximum employee contribution, as indicated by the IRS, is $3,050. The carryover in terms of unused funds from 2023 into 2024 is $610. If you have seen these numbers maybe 2 weeks ago and you're questioning that maximum contribution looks a little bit different than what I initially saw indicated, you are absolutely right. The IRS Health Flexible Spending Account and Dependent Care Account contribution changes were not released until late last week. So that is true. You might see an inconsistency in previous communications to your institution. Also want to point out the carryover of unused funds for the health FSA from 2022 into 2023 is $570. So the amount that you have currently unused, you can carry over into 2023 up to $570. For the dependent care FSA, that maximum $5,000 per household did not change. Those limits stayed the same for 2023. I do want to highlight a couple of items. One is that the benefit is only for eligible daycare expenses. Want to make sure everybody understands. We know that it's our children and expenses are more than just daycare, but this is only eligible for daycare expenses. Also, it's only for dependents up to age 13. So in terms of eligibility, Those that are caring for an adult dependent, maybe a spouse, if you will, these funds cannot cover those expenses. So I wanted to make sure again that you know that what you're electing. In terms of our health savings account, and that's what Connie had asked the question on when we were talking about the Blue Edge high deductible health plan, you must be enrolled in the Blue Edge high deductible health plan to be able to enroll in a health savings account. I also want to share that in the same household, you cannot be enrolled in a health savings account and a flexible spending account in the same calendar year. And that would hold true for not only can somebody switch from a HSA to FSA, but also that if there's a spouse and on a different plan, you can't have a health SFA and a HSA in the same household. In terms of the employee-only contributions, the employee contribution increased by $200 to $3,100, and your employer will continue to contribute $750 as it has in the past, for a total contribution of $3,850. The employee plus dependent contribution has increased by $450 to $6,500, and your employer will continue to contribute $1,250 for that total of $7,750. And again, as a reminder, the IRS sets these contribution limits, and as an institution, we maximize those contribution limits. There is no change in the additional $1,000 to contribution limit for age 55 and older. That's consistent and has been for the past few years. In terms of MASA, we will continue to offer that medical transport that is both air ambulance and ground ambulance as well. We'll offer the same two plans. There is no change in coverage, and basically this program covers medical assistance associated with air or ground ambulance transport that the Blue Cross Blue Shield healthcare plan would not cover. So again, we'll continue to offer MASA in 2023. One point of consideration if you choose to elect MASA, and it's different than electing the other benefit plans, is when you elect it during annual enrollment, at the time of election of that particular benefit, you have to ensure that you have added your dependents, and that's different when you're electing your vision, your dental, and your medical. Those happen all at the same time. So I just wanted to make sure that was communicated. In terms of life insurance, there are no changes in basic life and accidental death and dismemberment, or AD&D. Your institution will still contribute on your behalf, and that basic life AD&D is 2 times the annual salary, up to $200,000. And that's also a great benefit. That maximum amount, or that amount contributed, is different at different institutions, and your institution has been dedicated to ensuring that they can maximize that 2 times up to $200,000. So I'm glad that they're able to do that. In terms of supplemental life insurance, I know there's a lot of words on there. The takeaway is there is no change from 2022. The increments are the same. The guaranteed issue limit has no change, and the evidence of insurability process is the same. So we will continue offering that supplemental life as a benefit in 2023. In terms of annual enrollment, it starts on Monday, October 31st through November 11th. In terms of carryover, of course, we encourage all participants to access the annual enrollment portal at minimum to ensure that the coverage that they intended to elect is elected, and the dependents they intended to cover are covered under their plans. But also your health flexible spending accounts, your dependent care accounts, health savings accounts, and your tobacco-free affidavit will not carry over if not elective during annual enrollment. Also, as indicated at the beginning of the presentation by Connie, and thank you, Connie, for saying so, is that the only time outside of annual enrollment that you can make a change to your primary benefit plans is in response to a qualifying life event, or you've probably seen indicated as a QLE, such as a marriage, a birth of a child. That's the only time outside of this annual enrollment process. Also, a piece of information that I want to share, as I communicated at the beginning of the presentation, what the projections were. I feel like it's important that you understand where those numbers came from, so I apologize for not communicating that initially. The initial projections indicated were derived from our plan's past performance, what is projected our plan to perform for the remainder of 2022, and then also what the national trends are from 2022 through 2023. So if you're questioning where those projections came from, that's the basis for that, and that's where those projections came from. That being said, that's a primary highlight to the changes in the benefits plans. Certainly, if you have questions, I'm certainly happy to take those at this time. Also, you can follow up with Connie. She can follow up with me. We're happy to help make sure that you have the information you need for a successful annual enrollment. So I think at this time, I will stop sharing my screen. And if you have any questions, I will certainly take those. That stop sharing, Connie? Okay. So if there's any questions, I would be happy to take those at this time. There's a question, will the slides be made available? Yes, we will do a transcription for the presentation today, and I will share that with Connie. It may take a couple of days, but I will make the presentation as well as the transcription available. Great question. I can't hear you, Connie. I think you're muted.
I was asking, thank you for that. I was asking, will those slides be available on the enrollment screens as well when they log in? When employees
There will
log in?
not be the slides per se, but it's something that you could post on your intranet, or you could certainly send to your employees. I can see if we have the capacity. We in the past haven't been able to add that to the annual enrollment. There is a brief overview of what we've talked about, a short video in the annual enrollment portal that is specific to Langston University participants. But again, it's a more basic type overview.
Got it.
Well, if there are no questions, Connie, I don't know if you have any closing remarks or anything else I could help address for the group.
I don't really have any closing remarks. I do know that on one of the slides, it showed for the supplemental life, it was 2 times the annual salary up to 300,000. So I want to make, you did say 200, which that is correct for Langston University, but
that is for the basic life.
okay.
That is not for the supplemental life. So we're talking two different things.
Got it. Okay.
Right. Yeah. That's a great clarifying question, Connie. Thank you for asking that.
So I don't think there's any other questions. I think you've done a great job.
Well, thank you. And thank you for the opportunity. My hope is that I can come and do this in person, hopefully no later than next year. I want to come to your beautiful campus. I want to see people face to face. I'm not a television star nor movie star for a reason. So I'd love to actually be able to meet some of you, and hopefully there'll be that opportunity in the future.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you again for taking the time to do this for us. Everyone, please look for communications that will be posted for open enrollment. And just remember to go out and make your elections on October 31st.
Thank you,
you.
Connie.
Mm-hmm.